Well, born Gugulethu Khumalo in Bulawayo, Zimbabwe, singer Berita's rise to stardom is one that is rather extraordinary in comparison to other musicians. Her story is a clear-cut example of a gifted young person who pursued both her dream and career, making the right decisions at the precise moment. Well, her third studio or self-titled album is described as a body of work that came straight from her soul. This morning, we catch up with her on this offering. We welcome Berita back to Morning Live. It's always such a pleasure to see you and have a chat with you.
Thank you.
You're back promoting your third album.
Yes.
It's still topping the charts.
Yes.
Tell us how it's been going and how you've been receiving the love.
It's been amazing. I released my third album, Berita, in June, and it's really been a good year. I've also had the opportunity to promote the album around the country, traveling to KZN, Mpumalanga. Recently came back from the Eastern Cape, and recently released my new single as well, Indoda, which I just performed. So
awesome.
It's been a great journey.
What do you think it is about your music that people can relate so much to?
A lot of people say that it's soothing and calming. And I always think that it relates to my personality as well, because I'm a very calm and peaceful, person. So
I can agree to that.
So I make music that is just like healing to hearts, and I just like to touch people with my music.
Wow, and I think you're so authentic and you do it just so effortlessly,
Thank
Berita,
you.
where would you say you are at the moment? How would you describe this particular time in your journey where you've seen massive progress, you've experienced great success in your music? If you had to define this period in your career.
It's a special time. I mean, I've been in the music industry now for 5 years. I started as a student in 2012, releasing my first album when I was a second-year student. And it's just been a beautiful year of reflection, just to see the kind of things I'm doing now. I never would have thought. I recently came back from Mauritius, where I was performing at the African Leadership Network, which was huge. I also came back from an international festival in Uganda. So just seeing now, being in a position to be able to take my music to different parts of Africa, that's something that I didn't think I'd be able to do in this period. And also just being excited about music still, and still giving the best of myself, and having this big grand vision of seeing myself taking my music all around the world.
Oh, I was about to ask about that vision.
Yes.
And are there international artists that you've earmarked that you say, if I could work with so-and-so, it would add richly to my craft?
Definitely. In terms of performance, I definitely want to one day share the stage with Sade, Nora Jones as well. And I know that in terms of singing and recording, I'd love to record with Alicia Keys, John Legend.
Wow.
Yeah.
Those are big names.
They are.
Oh, wow. And I can just imagine what would come out of such collaborations. Speaking of the process of music, now when you write music, when you create music, what is your process? Do you normally just start like writing Nantindoda, and then you start for like a few days and then more lyrics come to you, or do you first get the instrumentals in terms of the music and then you sort of fine-tune your writing and your style of writing to what you get instrumentally?
It depends. I have multiple processes, but my favorite one is, because I play guitar, I start, like my guitar chords are like the bed of the music, and then I dress the bed with the lyrics. Sometimes I'll write a song and I'll send it over to a friend. I'll be like, hey, what do you think? And then they'll be like, hey, I have ideas and this, and then we end up co-writing together. Sometimes I'll finish a song just on guitar and I'll send it to a DJ like Moby Dixon or Da Capo, and then from there it becomes a different song.
Oh, wow, Berita. Well, just finally, before you go, where can your fans catch you promoting your album?
Yes.
And how can they connect with you?
Well, it is the summer season, so there's a couple of festivals. People can, I know I'm at the Gugulethu in East London. I'm also in Queenstown next week at the Carnival. I'm also, there's a lot going on because it's, it's the summer season. So follow me on social media at Berita Afro Soul across board. And also my album is available in stores at Musica all around the country, and also digitally at iTunes, Google Play and the likes.
All right, Berita Afra. So thank you so much for your time once
Thank
again.
you.
That was Berita, who was just sharing more on her third studio album titled Berita, which is led by two successful singles, Mwewe Dwa and Surprises.